comply with the court.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with everything, Your Honor, I know that it is illegal for my rapist to have custody, and I am trying to comply with this court, and I am trying to get some money coming in so I can try and make you guys happy. But at the same time, I actually object to paying anything because she's a product of rape, and it is illegal for a rapist to have custody.
I'm covering this one.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brzezinski. Could you update me as to this one, Mr. Brzezinski?
Yes, Judge. This hearing was adjourned from October 10th. The court ordered the following. The plaintiff was to provide current income and employment information to the front of the court office. The office has not received that information. Plaintiff was to begin making payments to meet their current support obligation of $392. No payments have been received. And then the front of the court was to prepare an ordered on arrears recommendation. This was completed. Plaintiff objected. The objection hearing is set before referee legal on November 19th. And then plaintiff was to appear today for a hearing, and the order indicated that she might be found in contempt if she did not comply with the order.
Ms. Bagby, can you tell me why you didn't supply the income and employment information to the friend of the court or make any payments?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. I haven't been able to pay anything yet as I was just working part-time, and I still am. And that is in trade for a vehicle, actually. I did request a review for child support, which was mailed last week, and also the objection. But I am now going to be getting a Tahoe. It's in the shop right now, getting a new thermostat, bearings, and tires put on it. But it's going to be out next week, and by next weekend, I will be able to hand in applications for an actual W-2 job. So I have not been able to. I don't have any money yet, but I am trying, and I am working part-time in trade for a vehicle. I'm not getting cash, so I cannot provide payment. I will be able to apply for jobs next weekend, though.
Why aren't you able to apply for jobs now?
I don't have a vehicle, Your Honor. I lost my vehicle 2 years ago when I was in jail for 6 months on charges that were just finally dropped. I have been struggling for a couple years because of charges and sitting in jail for 6 months on charges that were dropped on appeal. And I have been struggling to rebuild my life ever since. I have a vehicle that's coming next week, finally, but I haven't had a vehicle.
When did you get out of jail?
I got out of jail in April, I believe. And then I was court ordered for 90 days of treatment, psychiatric treatment. And then we had our last hearing in which I said I am able-bodied and ready to go to work and seeking employment. I do have a part-time job, which is going to provide me with a vehicle to go and get an actual full-time W-2 job.
Where do you live now?
I live in Sheboygan County, Your Honor.
Is there no bus system in Sheboygan County?
Not in the middle of the woods. I'm about 15 minutes out of town.
How do you get groceries?
My boyfriend. He's also the one who's paying for the vehicle. He's also the one that gives me a ride to go clean part-time twice a week. He's also the one who pays our rent.
What would stop him from giving you a ride to work every day?
Because he works every day. We need two vehicles.
You could get up 15 minutes early, drop you off, and he could go to work and then reverse that on the way home.
Well, Your Honor, he's been using his mom's vehicle. We don't have a vehicle. We're getting a vehicle.
But he's using a vehicle every day to get to work, right?
Yes.
So what stops you from riding with him?
Because he leaves at 6 in the morning and he works till 3 in the afternoon. And I haven't been able to find a job in Sheboygan County in downtown where he drives to at 6 in the morning to go to work.
What kind of
work? We're going to be able to. He does construction. He does indoor, outdoor, small construction with, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't think of his name right now. Ray Wheeler. Wheeler and Sons Construction, I believe, is the name of the business.
You're telling me that you can't find a part-time job or couldn't find a part-time job at a gas station or a fast food joint in the morning?
No, Your Honor, I haven't been able to, and I'm actually cleaning for Ray. I'm working, it's his dad's house that I'm cleaning, and it's going to be construction cleans for his company that I'm also doing. So Ray's actually the one who's gotten me in the door and lined up this vehicle for me so I can go get a job. So, I mean, I have tried, and in trying, I have found people who are actually trying to help me too. But I would also like to remind this court, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, Your Honor, I tried presenting this rape case, so I hired Mary Beth Kerr in February of 2020 to present a rape case. My daughter's a product of rape, and Mary Beth Kerr did not do that, blaming COVID. Then in December 2021, I tried presenting this rape case myself, in which Scott Beatty did not allow me to call any witnesses. So I am trying to comply with the court.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with everything, Your Honor, I know that it is illegal for my rapist to have custody, and I am trying to comply with this court, and I am trying to get some money coming in so I can try and make you guys happy. But at the same time, I actually object to paying anything because she's a product of rape, and it is illegal for a rapist to have custody. It's also very illegal the way that Mary Beth Kerr did not present the rape case, and it's also very illegal how Scott Beatty denied me calling any witnesses in December 2021. I went crazy after that, not gonna lie, but I'm doing the best I can to rebuild and trying to comply with this court's orders in order to give my rapist money for successfully raping me. It blows my mind. But I have done everything that I can. I do have a job working part-time, cleaning for Ray Wheeler. I will be doing construction cleans for him also, and I will have access to a vehicle so I can go get an actual W-2 job, hopefully by next weekend. All to pay my rapist money for successfully raping me. After sitting in jail for 5 weeks.
All right, ma'am, I've now heard you tell me that same thing 5 times in a row. I heard you the first time. I don't need you to tell me it 4 times after that. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. We're going to simply adjourn this matter for 30 days. That will allow you also to have your objection on the current support obligation heard and a determination made of what amount would be appropriate for you to pay. I expect to hear at that next court hearing that you've already notified the friend of the court of your employment, your new employment, and you've already made a payment on your obligation, whatever that is per month. And if those things are not done, I'm going to consider contempt of court. You understand what I've said?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I do have one question, if I'm allowed.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As far as the making payment, are you asking about payment for the support that's right now, which is over $300, or is this in the recalculation, which I requested?
You're going to make whatever dollar amount is set after your objection period, after your objection hearing. So whatever dollar amount is set at that hearing, I expect that amount to be paid prior to the next court hearing that you have with me.
Okay.
You're on notice that right now that some amount is going to be due. So it's just a question of exactly how much it is. So you should be working towards getting funding for whatever that amount is going to be. So you should be able to make it shortly after the next court hearing that you have on the objection. So I'm giving you a month to make that payment, whatever it turns out to be. And then you're also going to be notifying the friend of the court of what new employment you get. If for some odd reason you don't get employment, then you'll need to notify the friend of the court of what steps you've taken to look for employment. And I typically consider 10 applications per week to be a minimum. You understand all of that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Any additional questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Brzezinski, did you get all of that down so that we can have that in our order?
Yes, Judge. I just want to clarify one thing.
Go ahead.
The objection that Ms. Bagby filed was only to the ordered on arrears recommendation. If she requested a review, she could have. I'm not aware of that. So there will be no change to the current support obligation of $392. Even after the next hearing with referee legal, that's only to address the arrearage payment at this time.
All right. Then she's on notice of how much the minimum amount should be. And if it goes up from there, as for an ordered on arrears amount, should be required to make that payment also. All right. That's all for today. Thank you.